Yo, 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 what's happening, people? This your boy Retro Rob Battle Chess. Boy, that breeze feel good. Yeah, that breeze, well, you know how that good breeze, it's kind of warm outside today. But, as the day wind down, that cool breeze, yeah, that type of breeze. But check this out, right? I was going to go get me a bite to eat and check out this Wilder versus Fury fight. I don't know if a lot of you out there are boxing fans. I was going to give my predictions and stuff like that. But last time I did that, made a prediction video, a lot of people didn't support it. So if y'all would like me to do that in the not so distant future, please leave a comment below. But I'm definitely going to be giving a recap because, there's a lot of people out there that don't have cable, and aren't blessed with the things that a lot of us are blessed with. So I'm definitely going to bless them with an immediate recap. You see what I'm saying? I know how hard things can get. You feel me? But check this out, right? Before I get into that, shouts out to my new subscribers. Welcome to the family. Shouts out to my original subscribers and all that you do for me. You feel me? I really appreciate y'all, man. I know I say it all the time, but I say it all the time because I really do. And I also appreciate the comments, man. Because when I first started the channel, I wasn't getting a lot of comments and stuff like that. So it's good to see that it's a lot of people that's tuned in, man. But I appreciate the love. Also, man, let's start hitting that like button. Getting them likes up. Also pass the word around. I work hard to bring the content. Y'all can also help on top of the help that y'all already give me. Y'all can also help with, spreading that word, man, so we can get more action on the channel, so we can talk about a whole bunch of other things that y'all might want to talk about outside of battle rap and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people don't want to keep hearing about battle rap. Because when I first started my channel, it was a lot of people. I wasn't talking about battle rap. You see what I'm saying? I was talking about politics and stuff like that. So, but I have I have a lot of knowledge in a lot of different categories. As you can see, if you look at my past videos and stuff like that, I've been talking about a lot of things. You see what I'm saying? I've always been for the people. So with that being said, excuse me, 3 creators, shout out to 3 creators. As I was getting me a bite to eat and about to watch the fight, here I go, thinking about the subscribers again. 3 creators asked me a great question, a really great question, but it was super ironic because I was just talking to my homeboy yesterday about maybe a interview with Cassidy in the future. But I can't tell y'all whether or not I'm going to get that interview with the GOAT, with Cassidy. But one thing I can guarantee is if Cass does bless me with that interview, I'm going to do something different, right? That I haven't seen. I ain't going to say nobody has done because I haven't seen no blogger do this yet. So from what I've seen, I haven't seen no blogger. Like I told you, I'm all about the people. I'm all about the people. I say it. One thing about me, you'll find out quick, and you'll find out in due time that I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. And what I'm about to say, I'm definitely going to mean. This is going to be no different. If I was to get blessed with that interview by the GOAT himself, Cassidy, then a day before the interview, I'm going to ask you guys the questions that you want. Because I know normally when bloggers do interviews, they ask questions that they want to ask. I'm going to ask y'all what y'all want me to ask Cassidy. You see what I'm saying? And those of you, I'm going to get all of y'all questions. And, well, not all of y'all questions. I'm going to get the questions that I feel like are really great questions So always keep that in mind. It probably won't be no time soon because I'm in the process of moving and stuff right now. But it's not going to be, you see what I'm saying? If it does happen, you see what I'm saying? Because I don't know what Cassidy, is dealing with in his life. I don't know if he would, be up for it, and if he was to be up for it, I wouldn't be able to disclose that to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Until that actual day happens, So I ain't saying it is. I'm not saying it ain't. But what I can guarantee that if it does happen, a day before, a couple days before, I'm gonna ask you guys the questions that you want. I'm not gonna ask him any questions that I want to know. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna ask him anything about how I feel about certain things and certain things. I'm gonna ask you guys and the people with the best questions. So keep that in mind. Always think of some questions. 3 creators, I'm definitely going to save that message. I might screenshot it and save it and keep that one and ask that question. Your question will definitely be the first one I ask. You see what I'm saying? I really appreciate that too. That people are really coming on here and they're commenting and they're asking great questions. Because people would just come in before and just give me I know it's a part of the process. People would come in and just give me thumbs up. I appreciate that too, but I just love people that just ask great questions and stuff like that. So 3 creators, I'm definitely gonna, ask that question first. If the GOAT himself was to bless me with that interview, I'm gonna ask your question first, and then I'm gonna ask the other questions that I feel like are great questions. I'm gonna write those down, and then I'm gonna ask them, and I'm gonna do like I always do. You see what I'm saying? Improvise. I know a lot of y'all want to know how's my, my writing process and stuff when I do these videos and stuff like that. Most of the time, I just talk off the dome, like now. Sometimes I might write at the beginning just to get a feel for where I want to go with it, and then usually, I'm gonna tell y'all now, like I'm not great with scripting things, reading off a script. You see what I'm saying? I can definitely read, but I'm not great with reading off a script. I'm more better, just coming up with organic thoughts. And I feel like that's the best way to do it. I feel like some of the best ideas that I have and that I come up with is actually off the dome. You see what I'm saying? I might write down at the beginning to, have some organized thoughts of where I might want to go with the conversation. But after that, it's pretty much me. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much off the top of the head. But I'm definitely going to keep that in mind. I know Cass checks out these videos and stuff like that. Shout out to your mom's favorite, man, mentioning me. Shout out to Cassidy, the GOAT. I checked out that interview. He definitely gave me a shout out towards the end. As y'all see, I switched it to just regular Retro Rob now. Because not just because of that video, I noticed they had a hard time. Cassidy and your mom's favorite had a hard time, saying what the name of my channel was. And I noticed that when I started really dealing with them and other people, a lot of people that I used to watch, channels I used to watch, you see what I'm saying? When they used to give me shout outs and stuff like that, they had a hard time saying the name. So I always wanted to just switch it back to Retro Rob, but sometimes in Google, you gotta wait 30 days. If you do 3 changes or something, you gotta wait like 30 days to rechange it. So I actually just changed it today. So it's just now Retro Rob, man. I came up with the thought life is chess because that's what I stand for. I always felt like life was chess. When I was in the shelter, and as y'all may know, a lot of my new subscribers might not know, but when I was in the shelter about 5-6 years ago, before getting my life, together, I'm doing pretty good now. When I left out of there, the old timer said, "Man, youngin, I'm proud of you. Always remember, that life is chess, not checkers. We in a thinking world, and you always got to be 4 moves ahead. You always got to be, a lot more moves ahead than the actual people that's out here, because the actual people that's out here are coming up with ways to keep you oppressed. They keep you in your predicament. So you always got to think ahead, or you always got to be on par or up to date on what's going on, so that you'll never fall by the wayside. But one thing about people look at the shelter and stuff like that, and I know I'm jumping off course, but people look at the shelter and being homeless and stuff like that like it's a bad thing. It's just like life. It's what you make it. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people didn't know at the time when I was in the shelter. A lot of people didn't know that I was in the shelter because I didn't actually look like it, because I didn't conduct myself like that. I always had the mentality that this wasn't the end all be all. This wasn't where I was going to be at for the rest of my life. And I was young at the time. Like, I'm 29 now, just turned 29 in March. So back then, it's always good to be in a position like that. It's not good to be in a position like that, technically, but it's always good to be in a position like that if you have no choice when you're young. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're homeless and stuff like that, that's just like anything. If you choose to be, a gangbanger and stuff like that when you old, anything that you do when you're older, when you choose to work a job when you get old, it's always much more tougher. You see what I'm saying? It's best to go ahead and get stuff out of the way while you're young. So that way, as you start to get older, you can start putting in for retirement or receiving a pension. You see what I'm saying? You can start getting, putting yourself in positions for those type of things, instead of being a newbie and you almost like 50 years old. You see what I'm saying? But most definitely, switching it back to the real topic at hand, I thought I just had to say that. I know y'all like the little things that I say and stuff like that, but I notice on YouTube, people want to hear what they want to hear, so I don't go into more of the deeper stuff that I talk about. I just stay on topic. So with that being said, if I was ever to be graced with an interview by the GOAT himself, just know that the whole interview will definitely just be about y'all questions, and the questions that y'all had for him, not the questions that I had for him, because I do this for y'all. This is what it's all about right here. Not knocking the guys that asked, like, your mom's favorite, that was a heck of an interview. I told him myself that was a heck of an interview. I'm definitely a subscriber because I appreciate what he stands for. You see what I'm saying? This is the other homeboy that I, subscribe to too. I appreciate what he stands for. I don't know what's the name of his channel off top right now, but I definitely will shout it out in the next video. But he'll know who I'm talking about. Yeah, but your mom's favorite. Keep grinding, brother. Keep doing what you got to do. You see what I'm saying? Like I told him today, let's work together. And also all of my subscribers and the new subscribers, let's all work together to get this battle thing back on track. Let's all work collectively as a group and help Cassidy, help us, to get this thing back to where it need to be at. Let's make it, let's bring it back to the essence, and let's bring it back to, originality. You see what I'm saying? Creativity. You feel me? All of this going along to get along and, kissing each other ass and stuff like that is getting corny now. You see what I'm saying? But most definitely, if I was to be graced with that interview, it's gonna be all about y'all. Just know that. But I'm gonna get to this fight, because I know my wife, she cooking, she ready to serve up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to this fight. For those of you who like boxing or like anything else or want me to talk about anything else, I can do it all. Just leave a comment and just let me know. Leave a comment below and let me know if there's any topic you want me to, tap into or break down. You see what I'm saying? Or give you my opinion on anything. Life situations, something that you might have heard that happened in politics, something that you might have heard in the industry, stuff like that. If y'all want me to break down boxing, break down basketball, break down football, like sports is what I do. That's what I talk about, but I don't do it because like so many people doing it is a cliche. You see what I'm saying? Battle rap is something that I have a lot of experience in, as you can see. You see what I'm saying? But I just like a lot of my thoughts and my knowledge from bars and stuff like that. It just come from, me listening to. I don't listen to industry rappers. I listen to underground. I listen to like Sci-Hi the Prince. You see what I'm saying? I definitely listen to Cassidy, man. I definitely listen to Jag. Jag is my favorite. He always been one of my favorite. Sci-Hi the Prince, Mick Jenkins. You see what I'm saying? Chip the Ripper. Real hip hop, real lyricists, real rappers. So when I tell y'all I know punches, I know punches. When I tell y'all I know bars, I know bars. Some of the best rappers I just named just now. And industry-wise, of course, Kendrick and J. Cole. You see what I'm saying? But outside of that, I don't really listen to industry rappers for real. But that's all I have. I'm gonna watch this fight. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Hit the like button, hit the comment, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button. And till next time, people, we gonna vibe out.